Well, we are live again. What is up, everyone? Forever Lady Sue's here. Welcome back to another live stream, guys. Today we are going to be doing something a little different than normal, and that is going to be dismantling Legos, not building Legos. So, as always, taking a slow start to make sure everything's running. Making sure the live stream is working, and yeah, actually, really excited to. I basically guess to get more dismantling of Hoth. What is up, DMK Mox? Again, I'm actually really excited to start dismantling more of Hoth. As always, it's sad to see Hoth go, but of course, tends to happen, especially if I'm running out of space and I need some more parts. What's up, Lego Captain Lego Star Wars? What's up, Brick Bomb? Basically, if I go quiet for a second, I'm basically just updating the title. Link the Lego Hoth Lock live. There we go. Really? Live. Boop, boop. There we go. Okay, so what is up, everyone? Hope everyone's day is going great. I am really excited. I'm actually really excited to actually start dismantling Hoth. As I said before, I've actually everything kind of around me that needs to be placed. We're probably going to be streaming for like roughly an hour or so. Maybe a little bit longer, just because of the fact that there are a lot of parts in this chunk. There's actually 2 base plates of the Battle of Hoth. The thing that's probably going to take the longest is kind of actually getting these, I guess the ground or the terrain up, because it's a lot of 2x2 tiles and 1x2 plates. Hunter, are you in Rebel Lug Discord? If so, did you see what I found today? If not, I will tell you. No, I am not in the Rebel Lug Discord. I think I've been meaning to do that. Well, I joined that server, but I'm not. So what'd you find today? Yeah, like I said, I've got all the parts, or not really parts, but like all the things that I got to place. So I've got like a plates bucket down here, the tiles and 1x2 plates down here, as well as my bricks and stuff like that. I'll get into just a bit. So yeah, I hope, like I said, I hope everyone's day is going great. Man, again, it's kind of sad because I'm destroying Hoth, but it's needed because like there's a lot of parts, and plus this thing takes up a lot of space in my room. Like, I am not joking. All of Hoth is basically underneath my table, and it doesn't really seem to take up that much space. But when it gets to the point where I've got most of my Legos under my table, and then on top of that you have a giant mock underneath, kind of takes up a lot of space. Well, I went to Walmart. Literally every Lego Star Wars set was on sale, but they were all sold out. 50% off every set. Dang. Well, that sucks that you didn't get to. Were there any sets at all that you could actually buy, or like were they all of them was completely sold out? Because if they were all sold out for 50%, that's awesome to hear, because that's a huge deal. But like, if you didn't get any, that kind of stinks. Even the 2020 sets were on sale. Dang. What in the world what Walmarts did you go to that had everything on sale? I'm legit interested, because like that normally doesn't happen. Like my Walmart after Christmas and the New Year game, like a bunch of sets went on sale. Like most of the previous sets, not any of the newer ones. There was only like 4 junior sets and 2 Kylo Ren shuttles. Well, I mean, like, depending on the junior sets, like, honestly, I've always stated that the junior sets are to me, because of the fact that, they are, I guess, more so meant for little kids, but like, the figures in them are pretty nice. So like, some of those sets I have considered buying just for the figures. I went to the one in Wisconsin. Man, what's Wisconsin doing up there? Like I said, my Walmart had a sale going on, like, well, currently still going on, but basically it's just, like, not the newer sets, the older ones. What's up, Ace Gamer Studios? Happy New Year, my man. It was 4 junior TIE fighters. Okay. Like, depending on the price, like, there's... the only reason why I would buy that set is because, like, I really like the Rebel Fleet Trooper. I really like that updated figure of him. So, I mean, like, if it was a decent price, I wouldn't complain that too badly. Hey, did you look at the title of the stream? If not, look at it. Did I mess up the stream? Hold on. Oops. Okay, give me 1 second. I hate autocorrect. I swear I spelt live, but I guess it might have autocorrect to love. Live. Oops. I mean, that happens. That's pretty funny though. That's my bad. I went to my local Walmart yesterday, and all they had was the new Ninjago Harry Potter set, CD, Overwatch, and Creator. No Lego Star Wars whatsoever. Yeah, that's the same with my store. Like, I think all we have for Lego Star Wars currently is the Kylo's Command Shuttle, the Yoda, and a couple of junior sets. There's not much left. Yeah, Ace Gamer, it's fine. Like, the movie's been out for a few weeks now. Like, if you haven't seen it and you're really scared of spoilers, you should have just gone and seen it already. Like, I'm not gonna... Within the first week, I think that was a fine, you know, because it's the first week, people were gonna see it, but at this point in time, I think it's fine. I don't care. I have seen it, so I don't mind talking spoilers. Oh, wait, we're seeing different titles then. Nah, I swear I put live, but when I looked, it said love, and I was like, oops. I see building the Death Star escape set, lol, as the title. You might want to refresh, because I did have to change that title. Like, sometime, okay, so, I've got stuff I have to do today, and so I'm kind of like, I wanted to do a quick stream, so I just like clicked on live, and it still had the previous title, which was the last stream. So I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna change it. So if you refresh it, it should say dismantling the Hoth, the Lego Hoth mock. And what's up, Luca? What's going on, my man? On top of that, Luca, First Order Lego or Luca or whatever. That new mock you did is fan-freaking-tastic. Okay, the movie was an 8 out of 10 for me. There's a few problems that I had with the film, such as the ending and not explaining how Palpatine returns. I mean, I agree. There are a couple things that I, believe they could have, I guess, did a better job explaining. But honestly, I went into that film just like without any expectations, like, oh, I hope they show this, or I hope they explain this. Like, I just went into that movie just like, I want to watch a Star Wars film. I want to enjoy it. And I really loved the film. So, I understand your questions about the Emperor and stuff like that. I was curious about that leaving, but... yeah, I was about to say, I'm like, all you had to do was refresh, and it should have been fine. Thanks, dude. Appreciate it. Sad to see Hoth go. Yeah, no problem, man. Like, that is probably your best one so far, in my opinion. But, yeah, it is sad to see Hoth go. Again, it's being my first Lego mock, or large mock, I guess you could say. It's kind of sad to see it go, but, that happens. You gotta let the past die. Kill it if you must. So, honestly, it's not that big a deal. The only problem I have is now I've got, like, a ton of white parts. I've got, like, a ton of white slopes. I've got a ton of white plates and tiles. I need to figure out what I'm going to do with them. Oops. Good news, I have a lot of filler, though. I like The Rise of Skywalker a lot. Has flaws, but I just enjoyed it for what it is. I agree. Like, there are definitely some flaws to that film. There are a few things that I wish they would have done different and could have done different. But honestly, for what it is, I really, really enjoyed it. That's basically what I did for Solo: A Star Wars Story as well. I just went into that movie, no high hopes. I just went there to enjoy the film, and I came out with that film like with a smile. So, if you really go in, see, I've noticed that if you really go into a film that you're like, oh, you know what, I really hope they explain this, or they better explain this, or they better show this person, or if you're going into that movie for one thing and one thing only, and they don't exceed your expectations, the movie for you just kind of lacks that bit in your own opinion. My second anniversary of YouTube is tomorrow. Sweet. Congratulations for being on YouTube for 2 years. Or about 2 years, since it's tomorrow. I remember you said you work at Walmart. You probably know the answer to this, but what does mob drop mean? A worker talked about it, but I don't know what that means. Mob drop? Well, you are correct. I do work at Walmart. For those of you who are curious, the reason why I'm streaming is I have today off. Mob drop? My store doesn't really use that word, if I'm correct. It's just like a phrase to say, like, there aren't as many customers here today. Like, mob is in, you know, the mob or the people that are, oh shoot, at the store. So I'm assuming what that person was meaning is like, you know, that day wasn't busy as it usually is. That's what I'm assuming, at least, because that we don't really use that phrase much at Walmart, or at least my Walmart I work at. I didn't really have much expectations. Didn't really have much expectations for this film. I just really wanted them to answer who was Rey's parents, but the turnout there actually nobody's, but related to someone. Okay, I get what you're saying. Like, I assume they're gonna reveal Rey's parents, especially since J.J. Abrams stated that they were gonna showcase it. So I assumed that they were gonna have a payoff for that. Honestly, I didn't really mind that. Like, I thought it was interested. Oh, well, now we know Rey's parents, but I wasn't like, oh my goodness, she's, you know, the granddaughter of such and such. Just realized I never sent you a friend request on Xbox. I'm doing that tonight. Okay. No problem, my friend. Honestly, I believe Aiden and I are supposed to be playing Battlefront tonight. Not Aiden, my friend, but a Dorier. We're supposed to get a call at least. My second anniversary is tomorrow. Yeah, I read that before. Oh shoot. I can't remember if you said you were doing. Are you doing any special kind of video for that, or like what's your plans to celebrate the 2-year anniversary? Yes, Adorier Lego Studios has an Xbox. You know, well, he just got Battlefront 2, so he and I have been like non-stop playing that game. So it's actually pretty fun because like now I actually have a squad of people to play Battlefront. Usually it's just been me and my other friend. Now I actually have a couple people who got the game because it seems like Battlefront 2 is making a comeback, which is pretty cool because I actually really do enjoy that game. Must have left. Oh, you're good. Yeah, like I said, I saw. Again, congratulations on that. Like you said before, do you have any plans for celebrating that? I have had Battlefront 2 for 2 years now. Do you have it on PlayStation, Xbox, or computer? Because I play Battlefront 2 on my Xbox. Oh snap! No, I didn't want to put my stud in there. This might be an OCD thing, but like I try to keep my parts separated in certain categories. Like I don't really care for color coding it, but like I don't like mixing my 1x1 plates with my studs. I don't know if that's just me, but I like keeping my stuff separated for the most part. I have a video plan. Oh yeah, I got Battlefront 2, and I agree, it's fun. It is a fun game. Like, other than the campaign, like, I really like the campaign, but the extra game is really fun in my opinion, and it's a lot more fun if you've got like friends to play it with. I have a video planned for tomorrow. I'll be making it tonight and basically going over the top moments of 2019 for my channel and reaching 20,000 viewers. And a surprise. Sweet. I look forward to seeing that, man. I hope you have a fun time filming that. Again, the thing that's going to take the longest thing to actually dismantle is this ground or this terrain work. Because, like, it's so tedious because of the fact that it's got like a lot of small parts and stuff. Underneath it is literally just plates and bricks. And that honestly does not take long whatsoever. It's just getting these slopes and stuff. I am getting some, not really flashbacks, but like some, I guess, what's the right word for that? But, I guess flashbacks would be probably the best word to say this, but basically I'm getting flashbacks of when I was actually building this. I remember I moved the crash snow speeder multiple times. Like originally it was like right in the middle, and then I moved it a little bit more, and then I moved it right here so it could fit next to the walker. It's so hard to figure out what I want to do for the next month series. I want to do something for episode 9, but since The Mandalorian has officially wrapped up, I feel like it should do that first. Depends on like what, like again, it just depends on what you want to do. Cause like, love that there. The Mandalorian has a lot of potential for a lot of cool mocks, and so does episode 9. Like depending on what you have, like if you have a bunch of sets or a bunch of figures from episode 9, then maybe do that. Or if you want to do something from like the Mandalorian, then go from that, because there's a lot of potential. Because like again, Luca just did a Mandalorian mock recently, and that turned out phenomenal. What's up, JB? What's going on, my man? Oof, that's not the easiest to start. No, it is not. Like the only hard part is like it's pretty. I have them in tubs. Like for instance, I've got my 2x2 white tiles in this tub and stuff. Sorting them is pretty easy because it's, you know, a plate and tiles and stuff like that. The hard part is actually picking them up and separating them on the base plate. That's the only annoying part. We should play sometime, Hunter. I'm down. Like I said, if I'm free to play Battlefront, I try to play Battlefront because, you know, I always love playing that game. Yeah. The mock to Chicago. Luca, if you bring that Mando mock to Chicago, that will be something that I look forward to seeing. I'm not gonna lie. I have the Millennium Falcon, which I can fix the panels to make it look accurate, and Luke's X-Wing, since you know who flies it. Okay. Then, yeah, you could probably do something from that. Again, if it just depends. Like, would you rather do a Rise of Skywalker mock, or would you rather do a Mandalorian one? Because like both of them, it doesn't matter like if you do one after the other, because like both of them are still going to be popular throughout this time. What's up, the Lego Sith Empire? What's going on, man? Same. I really want to see his mock in person. It looks amazing. It does. Like, there's actually a lot of really cool mocks that are going to be at Chicago this year, and I really can't wait for it. I can't wait for convention season. I chose Mando mock over the Rise of Skywalker mock. Oh, JV, I also saw on your story that you've been working on the Razor Crest. How's that build coming along? Me personally, I finally ordered the rest of the parts for it, so I'm just waiting on orders to actually arrive so I can actually build it myself. I'm actually really excited for it. Sadly not going to Brickworld. It's over $1,000 for me to fly in and pay for accommodations and stuff. Last year I was working, now I'm not. Plus I have university, so the years now. Oh, snap. Well, that stinks, man. Like, I understand. Like that, $1,000 is not cheap. It is not a cheap thing to do. So I understand, man. It was cool to meet you last year, though. That was awesome, getting to meet up and hang out. I just finished the engines. It's so freaking amazing. Like, that ship, Jay did a phenomenal job on that mock, or that ship, and I cannot wait to build that myself. Because that's going to be... Honestly, I was actually talking to him about this it was either last night or the night before. But I was letting him know that I ordered all the parts for it, and I told him, like, once I get it built, I really want to do like a small mock on it. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I really want to build something like a stand or something like that to have it displaying on. Just Peter mock yesterday. That's cool. Also, I already went to Brick World. I always want to try to go new cons and meet new people. Maybe Brick Fair, Virginia in the future. Okay. Like, that's understandable. Brick World is like one of the bigger ones in the United States, so it's definitely a fun one to go to. So hopefully you can make it out to Virginia at some point. 'Cause I've heard that's a really fun one. That's also a really fun one to go to. I'm actually really excited because it's going to be my first year going to that convention this year. Wait, so JB, are you making the hangar like from Tatooine, or are you making the hangar from like that bounty hunter mission or whatnot? No, I did my one bike. Oh, they're right there. Episode 6. Is episode 6 the one with the bounty hunters? Like that bounty hunter mission or whatever? I'm sorry, it's kind of the bounty hunter. Yeah, okay. Okay, that's cool. It's like, as much as I would like to be to say like, oh, episode 6, that one. It's kind of, I kind of like define each episode with like what happens. Like, for instance, that episode being like the bounty hunter mission with all those different bounty hunters that end up, you know, trying to betray him and stuff like that. As well as I don't know, that's just how I define most of them. I've watched The Mando for a long, long time. I'm on episode 3 and been on it since the day it came out. I'm fine. Finally getting... Dude, you got DMK. You need to get on that Mandalorian thing, dude. Like, it's the later season is so good in my opinion. Peace out for sort of Lego. That you can do it. Thank you, man. Thank you for stopping by, and I will continue to dismantle Hoth. Like I said at the beginning, this is not going to be a short stream. I don't know if I'll get to like the whole thing being dismantled. Cause like if I really have to, I'll dismantle the rest off stream. It's just I wanted to start dismantling it. Choose to go to VidCon or Brickworld Chicago, and of course I choose Chicago. Okay, thank God. Definitely, like VidCon's cool like that. I've never been, but like I've seen videos and stuff like that on VidCon, and Chicago. It just seemed as cool as it is. I think Brickworld Chicago is like the better place to go to. If I do a mock based off of the Mandalorian, I was thinking the Vra, but if I do a mock based off of the Rise of Skywalker, it was going to be Agent Kloss. That'd be cool. So like, if you do Agent Kloss, would it be like the Rebel Alliance ships, kind of, or the Resistance, I guess, kind of like hiding out with shrubbery and trees and all that, kind of hiding the vehicles? I'm planning on going to Chicago, but if it lines up with the Hawaii trip, then I'm going to choose Hawaii over Brickworld. Dang. Well, I hope you can make it out to Chicago. That'd be pretty cool to meet up. I'll let everyone know. Yeah, like I understand if you have to go to Hawaii, that's, you know, That's a bit far from Chicago, so I understand. But like, if you can make it out to Chicago, that'd be pretty cool. Would definitely love to meet up, man. Yes, and also having some First Order Stormtroopers attacking the base based off of Battlefront 2's map. Okay, that'd be pretty cool. You know, I've only played that map like twice, I think, in total. The new Aiden Kloss map on Battlefront. I think I've only... It's either once or twice. I haven't played it that much. Well, it's not just because it's Hawaii. It's seeing friends I haven't seen in a while. Okay, that makes sense. I went to VidCon and Brickworld last year. They were different weeks. This year, they're the same week. Well, that's kind of odd and funny at the same time if they're both the same week. But yeah, if like... in that circumstance, it's up to you if like... whichever one you want to go to. I know there's going to be a lot of cool people at Chicago. I don't know who's going to VidCon, but I know there's going to be a lot of cool people at Chicago. I can tell you that much. Ugh. The brick tub is so heavy. So, how was everyone's New Year's? Me personally, I was actually in Missouri visiting family. That's kind of why there was no update on Camino this week. Because I got back, and right as I got back, I had to go to work, and I just haven't had the most time to actually build. But how was your guys' New Year's? Yeah, Hunter, if I do go to Chicago, I'm really excited to hang out with you, with the boyos, since I know you all a lot better. Yeah, like... That's going to be really cool to, because I know there's a lot of people who are going, or like for sure going, that I've gotten to know really well. So I'm actually really excited for this year more so than last year. Especially because like I know Aiden's plan. If I'm correct, Aiden is going. I don't want to say like he is for sure or not, but like I'm pretty sure he is going. And he and I are good friends, so I'm excited to meet him in person, get to hang out with the guy. There's a brick fair in NC, but it's a it's 4 hours away from me, and it's on March. No, thank you. Yeah. Hunter, I don't think we did, but not sure. But did we ever have a convention last year? Last year at Chicago. I can't remember if we did or not. Like, did you go to the Empire Lug booth? Because, like, I'm not gonna lie, I was there for most the time that week, or that at the convention. I was literally there for most of the time. I did leave a couple times to go check out like the other mocks and take pictures, but I don't know, like if you went to the Empire Lug booth, you might have stopped by and we might have spoken to each other. Sure, because I know the more people that's going. Yeah. What's up, the woodshop teacher? What's going on, man? I was supposed to go to my cousin's girlfriend's New Year's party, but they didn't have enough room for me, so I ended up going to the movies to watch Spies in Disguise and watching Mando on YouTube. Okay, cool. I was very exhausted New Year's Eve because, like, I got with a group of friends, and we basically went over to someone's house. We played a bunch of like party games and stuff like that because that's what we enjoy doing. And then it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. I left, and then I had to get up at like 6 because New Year's Day is when we went up to Missouri. I was a really tired boy that day. Fortunately, got to head out. I have work till 11. See you guys. Peace out, JB. Thanks for stopping by, and yeah, definitely keep me in touch on the whole Razor Crest, because again, I'm super excited to build that for myself. What's up, David? I saw that you actually you started you started an Instagram, and been really enjoying those new updated posts on your previous vehicles. One more thing, at Chicago, I'm going to do another unedited video of me whooshing around my X-Wing. I mean, like, that's gonna be interesting to see. Someone, honestly, you should have someone whooshing around a TIE fighter as well. Yeah, I went to the Empire Lug booth like 5 times, I think. I'm assuming then we spoke. I can't remember. Like, did you... Like, I assume if you saw me or if I saw you, I probably would have spoken to you. I legit can't remember. I finished R2 last night. Finally, praise God. Well, congratulations on completing your R2-D2. Or UCS R2. I think Matt even gave me an Empire Lug brick, so that was nice. Yeah, we had, like, Blaine brought a ton of those guys, and so we were kind of just, like, handing some out to certain people. Yep, see you again, JB. Hope your work goes well. What's up, Chief Tarful? The Wookiee Chief is here to show some love for the Wookiees. Thanks, man. Yeah, I need one to get accepted at Empire Lug, and it's actually pretty fun to have direct interaction platform. Yeah, fair point. Yeah, you do. That's one of the big things is you have to have a Instagram account to get into Empire Lug. But honestly, like, if you continue to post stuff and all, like, post stuff regularly, and you're already close with Matt and most of us, then you're probably gonna get it. I'm just being honest. Like, I don't want to I don't want to promise anything like saying it's a for sure thing, but like, unless something happens, I'm pretty sure you'll probably get it. I almost dropped the F shame and the feet kept coming off, so I was getting upset. Yeah, like, it's kind of hard because, like, certain things you're like, oh, you know, you accidentally want to swear, but then you realize, oh snap, I can't. I'm on stream, so you gotta, you know, cover yourself. Same. Yeah, like I said, DM, like, I probably, honestly, we probably did have an interaction. I can't remember. I met a lot. Honestly, I met a lot of people that day, or at least weekend, I guess, and I just cannot remember. Plus, being fair, it was roughly a year ago, so. And I have, like, honestly, I have, like, the memory of a goldfish. I represent the Wookiees, and we approve of the Camino work. Well, I'm happy that the Wookiees approve. Honestly, I'll get those I'll get the clone army to head to the attack of the Wookiees, the droid attack of the Wookiees, so it can protect you guys. I'll make sure that the clone army has a huge support for the attack of the Wookiees. So, Matt said that he will suggest me at the February meeting. Like, is he going to suggest you, or is he going to write, like, a member suggestion? Because, like, member suggestions, like, you really only need one, but, like, it doesn't hurt to have, like, multiple member suggestions, because it kind of shows, like, holy cow, you know. But if Matt's writing you one, then you should be fine. Just curious, but do you have any plans for your next mock, and could you give us a hint? So, as you guys know, Camino is... Camino is coming, not really close to an end, but, like, it's going to be finished pretty soon. My goal is to get Camino done by middle of February. That way, you know, the mock showcase video, I guess you could say, can be dropped on, dropped around the new season of Clone Wars. That's what I would like to do. For the next mock, honestly, I haven't really decided. Like, I'm being completely honest, I have not really figured out what I'm doing next. I have a couple ideas, like, I really do have a couple ideas what I want to do, but nothing, like, final. So I'm gonna have to get on that. If I didn't know, I'd probably give you guys a hint, but honestly, I don't even know. New Year's was crazy for me. Stayed up till like 5 a.m. and was hanging with friends, though, so I didn't want to go to bed and not hang with them. Yeah, I understand that. Once you have friends over, you kind of want to hang out and not fall asleep. I wish I would have gone earlier, because like, I was up till like 4 in the morning. I'm not even kidding. So I left their house at like 2 o'clock. Didn't go to bed till like 4 in the morning because I had to film the Vulture Droid review, the previous review on my channel. I had to film that, I had to edit that, and get it uploading all in one night. I was exhausted. On top of that, I had to get up at like 6, 7 o'clock. I'll get off again almost midnight here in Denmark. You need to get some sleep. See you all. Peace out, woodshop teacher. Thank you for stopping by, and hope you enjoy the rest of your night. Yeah, 2019 Chicago was fun though. Yeah, it was a blast. Like, it was my first year displaying. On top of that, I got to hang out with like the boyos. I got to hang out with all the other awesome people of Empire Lug, as well as a few other things. So I had a blast. I went to 2018, 2019, and soon 2020. Same here, actually. I went to the 2018 one. Not really, again, not displaying, but go up, meet Jay, meet Garrett, meet Matt, and whatnot. So I went there as just kind of a attendee. And then after that, I was like, yep, I gotta go. I had to display next year. He meant he will fill out a suggestion form. Don't know exactly what that means, but I guess that's a good... Oh, yes. If he's going to fill out a suggestion form, basically what that does is anyone can do that in Empire Lug. They can sign a suggestion form. Basically what that does is he writes out, okay, I suggest adding this person to Empire Lug. Here are the reasons why. This is what the attributes I believe he could contribute, whatnot, and then it is sent off to Anthony and Blaine. And basically, at the next meeting, they look at the... I cannot speak. Basically, when it's your turn to be looked at, they'll look at your person, they'll go over it, and then they read the suggestion form, and then they go from there. And usually the form is very good. I know, for instance, I had one from Matt, and that got me in, as well as I did one for Aiden, and Aiden got in, so... It's usually a good thing to get a form. Sad to see such a good mock go. What's up, LWSA Productions? And yes, it is sad to see more of Hoth being destroyed. The good news is, though, it is actually coming... the mock is, slowly deteriorating with parts... well, not parts, but getting smaller, whatnot. The mountains are done. Soon another 2 base plates will be complete, so... It's getting there, but it is sad to see. The AT-AT in the back standing there is looking sexiest. Yeah, that for those of you who don't know, or at least most of you probably know, especially if you know what Hoth is, the Hoth mock was. That's Jay, or Rich Boy Jay's custom AT-AT minifig scale. That thing's beautiful. I have 2 of them, one being still dismantled, not like in parts, but like in chunks and in tubs. I just don't have the space to put up the second one. I'd like to eventually get both fully put together and like next to each other. It's just space issues. Speaking of which, I do, at some point like this month, I do need to move this thing. As much as I like having it there, I do need to move it to somewhere else, like in the room, because next month, I'm going to be starting a new series, and I kind of need that wall for. Channel are going to have cop effective. I can show. That's not that big a deal. The new look on Mustafar would be cool for mock series. Yeah, that like the with all the smoldering trees and like ash on the ground and stuff like that. I really do like the new look of Mustafar. Question about Chicago. It will be my first time going, and I was wondering, how does bringing mocks work? Sorry, so if you're going to be displaying, or if you're just attending it like on public days, then it's, you just walk in, give them your ticket, walk around, see some cool mocks, and get to talk to awesome people. If you're showcasing your mocks and stuff like that, you basically go on the Brickworld Chicago website, go on Brickworld Chicago, and basically you make an account, and then you just do a sign up. If basically you put how big your mock is, how big of space you're going to need, and then you basically give the title of the mock, give it, showcase your mock cards and whatnot, give all of the information, and then you go from there, and then basically you just order your ticket, and everything is covered under that. If you want more information, just message me on like Instagram, and I can give you a bit more in depth on the matter. I just saw all the comments on my channel are gone. Has COPA affected anyone else? No. Okay, so quickly, like if you get on your computer or something like that, you should be able to fix that. Basically, just sometimes what you have to do is manually go on your computer or laptop, go to your YouTube channel, go to that video, and click edit, and it should say like, is this video for kids or something like that, and just if it says yes, then just click off yes, and your comments should be back. Sometimes it will randomly do that. You just have to do it like manually, and you should be fine. Does anyone have any responsibilities being an Empire Lug? I don't have that much to post on Instagram, only when I have new mocks for Brick Vaults once in 2 months or so. The only thing that like you really have to keep up is just consistency. Like for instance, posting on Instagram, that's like the biggest thing. If I'm correct, as long as you like post once a month, I think you hit the minimum. Of course, it's always nicer if you like post multiple times a month, but as long as you post that one time, you're fine. And other than that, all you have to do is just, show good face for Empire Lug. Don't. Knowing you, like you'll be perfectly fine. But like, just make sure you're showing consistency in posting and stuff. Other than that, not really. No, for me, I labeled my channel as not for made for kids, and so far nothing. That's exactly what I did. I just labeled mine not for kids. I brought my very first mock, my DMK Mocks channel to Chicago 2018. You might have seen it too. It was the Tron mock, faceplate, and I might have seen it. Honestly, that was like 2 years ago, so I can't like exactly remember it, but I might have seen it. I think just change the settings in. Yeah. Again, all you have to do is just go on your computer, go to your settings, and go to your channel, and you should be able to just change it from for kids to not for kids. I met a fan of my channel at Chicago for the very first time last year, so that was nice. The other fans saw my mocks and didn't know that was me. Made them until a week after Chicago was done. I know last year was really cool getting to meet a bunch of fans, because like there's one thing, seeing people comment on your videos and then getting to chat with you guys on stream like this, and then it's another thing actually meeting you guys in person and getting to chat with you and actually see you guys' reaction to the mock in person. No problem, LWUSA. No problem, David. That's what I've been talking to Blaine about. Like, I like giving advice, or not advice, but like giving tips and information on that stuff. I've been telling him, if I'm correct, he's working on a position for me. So I know. So I'll be like, I won't just be a standard trooper. I'll be like something else. Have you ever made any vehicle mocks? Yes. Especially recently, I made a certain vehicle mock. I don't know if I should show it yet, because I don't. If you guys have seen the recent post on Empire Lug page, the Empire at War collaboration, I am part of that collaboration on episode 2 actually. So Anthony's coming out first, and then mine will be coming out a couple days after. And I did make a custom vehicle specifically for that, for the Empire War collaboration. And actually, it came out really nice. I'm not very good at doing it, but the vehicle actually came out really nicely. But I don't know if I should be showing it just yet. Like, I don't think it'd be... Honestly, I feel like it wouldn't be that big a deal to showcase, just because, my episode comes out next week, and it's not the full mock. Whoops. So honestly, I probably could show you guys, and I don't think there'd be any issues. What do you guys think? would you guys like to see a teaser of the vehicle? I'm just staying for the fact I won't be showing your actual dang it, I keep bumping the thing. I won't actually be showing the mock. The mock is actually behind me. I'm not going to be showing that. I want to point that out, make that clear. But I'm not really that against showing the vehicle because I'm actually really proud with that vehicle. We will not be getting Old Republic, but the High Republic will, which we'll be getting a Jedi Knight, Yoda, and again, I will be exploring the unknown regions. I think that's pretty cool. Like, it's not that big a deal that they're not doing Old Republic movies. Honestly, if they really want to go in depth with that, they can do a comic series, or they even can do a show on Disney Plus, because I know they're doing a lot of that stuff. FYI, I'm going to touch the camera real quick because it says I'm dying. Come on, show me you're starting. There we go. That's fine. There we go. I don't plan on bringing anything for Chicago, but my plans could change. Okay. Because, like, either way, like, if, it's probably always best if you want to, if you're planning on showcasing at a convention, it's probably always best to go there first and kind of feel for it and then decide whether or not you want to display. And then if you like, okay, maybe this is the best choice, I do want to display it, then go for it. Yeah, sure, show us what you got. Yes, no. You probably heard about, I'm taking a break from building for a while, and when I mentioned that on Instagram, I was surprised on how much I inspired people. Message 1.5. I got so many DMs that I said inspired a lot of people. I knew that a lot of people knew who I was, but I don't know. That's pretty cool, man. Like, I did see that post, and it stinks that, you know, you're going to take a little break, but you know, you said it was, being that it's just a break doesn't mean it's forever. So it's cool to see that there's a lot of people that has been inspired by you. That's really awesome to hear. Why is the Republic high? Well, they're high because the High Republic had the high ground. That's why they're higher than the Old Republic. They grew smarter. Okay, so it seems like most of the people really want to see the. It seems like the answer is yes. So I guess I can show you. Again, I don't think it's not really that big a deal. Since the mock, if it wasn't announced, like if the thing hadn't been announced that we were doing Empire at War, then I probably wouldn't show you guys because that's what the vehicle's based off of. But since it's already been announced and the part comes out later. Again, this is not the full mock. I think the mock is like 2 base plates large, but this is the actual vehicle. It is based on the ACC-1 Rebel Alliance tank. Yeah, I actually really like how this vehicle came out. Again, I'm not very good at building vehicles or ships or anything like that. And honestly, I actually really like how this came out. There's a lot of unique like designs and different like angles that went into it that were a little tricky, but honestly, yeah, it does fit 2 minifigures. I've got 2 pilots in that currently. The only problem is the underside's kind of bland, but for the mock and for its purposes, you know, you're not going to see the bottom. So, yeah, I'm actually really happy with how this ship came out. Like, it's pretty decently sized, and I tried doing my best to minifig scale it as well. I just like how it's sleek. I really like the sleek design of it because it reminds me of like a speeder and stuff like that. It's like a speeder and a tank. As well as I just liked all the different angles on it. So stay tuned for the 15th for that to see that on my mock for the Empire Lug collaboration. I got so many oh, I saw that part. Do you think the new Indiana Jones movie in 2021 new Lego Indiana Jones sets are going to come out? I mostly enjoy Star Wars sets, but I thought the other Indiana Jones sets were cool. Yes, I assume that since the new Indiana Jones film will be coming out soon, I assume they'll be making Lego sets from it, especially since a lot of people have been wanting sets from Indiana Jones for a while. Me being one, like, I love Indiana Jones, and I've been starting to collect some of the older sets, so I would really love for them to bring back that series. Thank you guys for the awesome words, man. Like, I really appreciate the kind words to that ship, or I guess tank. I really love how, again, I really like how that tank came out, as well as I like the color scheme. Like, I really like the red or like gray stripe, red streaks going throughout the whole vehicle, as well as I like I guess the look of the cannons and stuff like that on it that are in black. I really like how that pops. So, very happy with how that came out, and I'm excited to see what people think of what it looks like on the actual mock that's coming out next week. Yeah, I'm happy that I'm done building. I'm just taking a break, so that's good. Yeah, that's nice. It's always nice to have like a small break and whatnot. Like, I take small breaks, not really too long, because you know, with build series, that's kind of what I do usually. Like when I build or when I finish a build series, I'll take a small break. That's why usually I take like a month or two, so I can actually recuperate. But it is just a break, nonetheless. That's nothing permanent. How many members are in Empire League, by the way? Currently, I think there's like 22? Roughly 20, I believe. Most of us don't really keep count, honestly. Like, we've asked Anthony before, and he's like, crud, I can't remember. But if I'm correct, there's like roughly 20, maybe a little over 20 members. Because you have this you have the 6 main members of command, and then there's like a bunch of troopers. So my guess is roughly a little over 20. Yeah. Like I said, the big thing that's taking forever on this is because, you know, these plates and tiles, they are not easy to take off. Also, I don't know how long I'm going to stream. Honestly, like, I kind of want to get roughly to the halfway point, and then I could probably dismantle the rest. What I try to do when I, dismantle Hoth, I try to do it on days where I actually have friends who can come over and help me out. That way it can go a lot faster. Sadly, none of my friends were available. I think one's, like, out of town, and a couple are at work, so kind of stinks in that regard, but, you know, it happens. I can dismantle. Okay, so I'm going to pretend that did not happen, and I will get that later. I may have just dropped a 1x2 white plate in my soda. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a 1x2 plate in my soda. Wow. Wasn't expecting that to happen. I love the look of the crashed snowspeeder. Too bad it's gonna be gone in a few hours. Yeah, honestly, like, I'm gonna let that dry. Yeah, I really loved. That was one of the things that I probably was one of my favorite things throughout the mock was the crashed snowspeeder. I feel like that was just something that came out phenomenal in my opinion. There's only a few things that, like, I really love Hoth, but there's a couple things I wish I could have changed, but honestly, I really love how this crashed snowspeeder came in. I like the little drag marks in the back. Yeah, this kind of like little area that kind of just slides into place. It's not really snow being roughed up, and the overall look of it, I think, came out perfect. So I'm happy with how that came out. I had never seen Lego in anyone's drink before. That's what happens when you become a Lego YouTuber. You eat, drink, and sleep Lego. You can't get away from it. If I ever get to the point where I done building, I'm not gonna sell my Lego. Lego mostly because it took 12 years to collect in my collection, and let's say one day in the future. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, I just give my Lego to my kids. Yeah, I understand. Like, honestly, like, if I ever get to a point, and hopefully I don't, because, like, this is something I want to continue into my future. If it does get to that point, I can always just, save this, because I keep my parts in a nice area. I try to keep it clean and stuff. I can always just, you know, give it to my kids. I can give some Legos to nephews and stuff. Like, for instance, and I can always give, like, some as gifts and stuff like that for fun. Like, for instance, I gave my friends who work with me and all that, their kid really loves Lego, and sadly he didn't get any Lego for Christmas, and they're like, hey, is there any Lego sets that you had, like, multiples of, or you just didn't want? And I was like, I've actually got a perfect set for that. What is up, the X Machine guy? Thank you for stopping by. I basically, the next day, I brought them a, not really brand new, but a newish Y-Wing. It was from the Rogue One wave. As you guys know, I previously had 3 of the Y-Wings. Now I currently don't. Now I currently only have 2 of the Rogue One Y-Wings, but I was like, you know what? This stuff is taking space. I need to start dismantling this stuff anyways. So I give them as a Christmas, or late Christmas gift, New Year's gift, I guess. Is it built in, or are you able to remove it at any moment? Actually, it's not really built into, like, I don't know if you can see, like, it's shaking or anything like that. It's not built in. It's actually just held in by friction, I guess, is the best way to state that. Appreciate it. I don't care. Sure. That's something I really wanted to do, because I was like, originally I was going to have it built in, but I was like, you know what, it just looks a lot nicer if it just sits there and is held in by friction. So I actually really like it. I do have, again, since it is held in friction, like, there are, you know, stuff holding it in place, so it's not really, I can't really pull it out without taking a couple parts off, but other than that, it is kind of just sitting there. So cool. I totally forgot Rogue One had a Y-Wing set. Yeah, they had a Y-Wing set. It was in their second and final wave. I picked up, like, 1 the day it came out, and then, like, a couple months went by, and my Walmart had it for, like, 20 bucks. So I picked up 2. And honestly, I only really need the 1, but I can keep. I like having both Rebellion Y-Wings, and then on top of that, I actually have the Resistance Y-Wing that I actually just got for Christmas. So I have this on top of that. So technically, I still have 3 Y-Wings, if that counts. I have officially finished the new thumbnail for my 2nd anniversary. Looking good. Cool to hear that, man. I don't like the light right there. Keeps glaring on me. I knew, of course, they had a Ewing. Well, of course they had a Ewing. But, yeah. I thought it'd be a cool gift, and they were like, after I showed them to it, and after I told them I had a perfect idea, they were very, like, they were very happy. Their faces glue. And they took a video of their kid, Nick, and of him opening the gift and seeing the Lego, basically new to him Lego set. So, plus it was a pretty good condition as well. Like, all the parts were there. It was pretty much clean. I kind of dusted it off, and then I dismantled it and put it in baggies. So that's a nice condition. I don't do it, of course, but let's say you flip the base plate upside down. Would the snow speeder fall out? No, it probably would not fall out. It may break a little, though. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that it'd probably break a bit. Like, this portion right here would probably be all broken. And then everything else would probably be the same. I don't think anything else would fall off. I think it would just be the snow speeder that would be broken. Also, funny note, this is actually not a complete snow speeder. It's missing, like, the front portion of it. Just because I didn't need I didn't need the whole snow speeder in place, so I kind of just, you know, left the front end off of it so it could fit a lot nicer. Because I did have limited space from where it was crashed to the ground. I'm going to go upload a video. I will try and come back after. Okay, cool. We're probably going to be live again for a while, so by the time you're finished, I'm probably still going to be alive. Once you hit 800 subscribers, you should flip a table with a set or a mock that you have built. Currently the only mock I have built is Camino, technically Hoth, I guess, and then that's collaboration mock that's coming out next week, and all which have parts that I would rather not flip because some of these mocks actually have lights in them, and I'd rather not flip that and break the lights. Why 800? He's closer to 700. No. Watching the Umbara episodes right now, pretty fire. That is one of the better arcs on Clone Wars. Like, there's a lot. My favorite episodes in Clone Wars are like the actual clone-based episodes. Like, I love the Camino arc, the Umbara one, as well as a few others. Like, I really like the Geonosian one as well. Camino mock was great. I appreciate that, man. It is coming a long way, and I can't wait for this mock to be finished. As well as I can't wait to bring it to both Chicago and Virginia. How much of Hoth do you have left to dismantle? Still a decent amount. Like, most of it, I basically made it so all that's left is the battlefield. I still have like the whole front portion where the walkers stood, as well as like I still have the full trench built. I'm kind of like hesitant to destroy the trench currently because the trench has a ton of slopes and stuff like that, and I don't really have the space for that currently, so I'll probably save that for last because 800 subscribers would be more worth it. I don't know. Honestly, I'll probably do something special for when I hit 1K. I don't know if I'm going to do anything special for 700 or 800. I know that kind of sounds sad. It's like, what? You did something for 600. But that was because, that was just because it was a fun situation with the toaster. But I feel like if I wait till I hit 1K, I can do something really special. Which I'm hoping to hit soon. Like, I want to hit, my goal is to hit 1K before the end of the year. And with Camino doing super well and the channel growing, like, I've grown a lot of subscribers in the last few days, so it might be a reality, as well as like with the future mock coming up. So I think it most likely will happen. I want to get into Lego again. I have an idea for a certain mock, but I want to not tell many people. I'll tell you in a DM if you promise you won't do it or don't tell anyone. Well, I can promise that I won't tell anyone, and I can promise I probably won't be doing it because, again, I have no idea what I'm doing next. But I promise. I won't tell anyone if you DM me. Once you hit 700 subscribers, put the trench on the table. See, again, my only issue with dismantling the trench is it has a lot of not studs. It's got to have a lot of, like, slopes and stuff. The actual like plates and stuff like this that are like these, yeah, that's it's gonna take a little while, but like not impossible to hold. Whereas like the actual trench, that's gonna be a pain in the butt to take apart. I think there should be more Umbara mocks on the internet. Umbara is like a nice mock to build, and it would be pretty cool to see like a large scale one, but the hardest thing to do so, and probably the reason why not many people do it, is because of the fact that, it's going to need a lot of 501st clone troopers. And with the rate of we getting 501st clones, not the easiest, basically easier said than done, I guess. Okay, I'm going to DM you now. Okay, cool. I'll check it out after the stream. Because I'm currently using my phone for the actual live stream, so I'll check it out after I'm finished. Yeah, I really need to figure out, honestly, what I'm probably going to do is I'll probably do a, not really a poll, but like, basically a video like saying what I should do next and kind of get you guys' ideas running. That way, like, if there's a cool idea that I have not thought of personally, and then like, oh, actually, this is a really good idea. Maybe I should do this. So, I want to build an Umbara mock, but I still don't have it. Yeah, like I said earlier, like, Umbara would be such a cool mock to do, but it's just hard to do because of the resources that we have currently with, not the easiest way to get 501st clones. being fair, this is coming from the guy who's building a Camino, which is, you know, known for building or having clones. So I don't know if I should speak too harshly on that. Or not harshly, but like, I don't know. That's like one of the harder parts, I guess. The hardest thing about building Umbara is the Umbara Lego has only made 3 minifigures of them, and they look absolutely disgusting. I mean, like, honestly, I don't think it'd be that hard to customize that part. You could probably just find a substitute head that would look better. Other than that, I think the, like, helmet mold looks fine, so. I think, again, the biggest part would probably be the minifigures. The actual landscape doesn't seem too difficult, other than, you know, getting the exact look of it. Is my phone dying? There we go. My phone was dying faster than it was charging. Sunset now, but you don't have to look at it unless you want to. Like I said, I'll check it out after stream because I'm currently, you know, I want to get as much of this as I can done, but on top of that, like, my phone's currently in use. Which clone armor is better in your opinion, Phase 1 or Phase 2? Phase 1, which is kind of a, not really like a bad, what, difficult topic, I guess you could say. Because honestly, I prefer Phase 1 because I think it looks like much cooler in an army form. Like, these guys just look fantastic in my opinion. Like, I love the Phase 1 armor. Phase 2, don't get me wrong, like, I love Phase 2 armor, but I don't know. I feel like Phase 1 looks a lot nicer. I've gotten three subscribers within the last hour. I'm so confused. Where did they come from? From 6 more to 250. I mean, it just depends. Like, whether it be from watching videos or from certain things. Like, random subscribers will pop up. Can I have a shout out, Wilderness Nation? Well, I guess that can be your shout out, like saying out your name. Only thing I would say is that it's Clone Wars. Only thing I could say is it's Clone Wars related. Okay. Like I said, I'll check it out after the stream, and I can give you my actual feedback. Honestly, I don't think my next mock's going to be Clone Wars related, if I'm being honest, just because, like, I've got plenty of clones. Like, I won't ever need to buy Phase 1 clones ever, hopefully. But, like, in the instance of, if I do, okay, so I'm going to rephrase that because someone just texted me. Basically, the next mock, I don't know if I'm going to do a Clone Wars mock just because, you know, this is Camino and this is the Clone Wars mock. I don't know if I want to do, I probably won't be doing anything from the sequel trilogy just because I don't really have, basically I'll have to army build again, and army building is not cheap, so honestly it's probably going to either be Empire related or Clone Wars related. I have one idea particularly, and I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I think it would be fantastic mock to do. It's just, I'd have to, you know, it would be a freaking huge mock. While Ryan Studios did put out on Discord, subscribe to a Scary Studio. There you go, to be a mod. Wow. Oh. I mean, that does help. Like, okay, I want to point out that, like, unless I only do certain shoutouts, like, if, because I've been texted a couple times, like, hey, if I sub to your channel, will you sub to mine? I don't do that. I want to quickly point out, I used to when I was little, or when I was younger and, you know, was just starting out. But, like, nowadays, I don't sub for sub. Like, and again, for shouting out, I just, depends on, you know, who it is. It's like, I can shout out a bunch of people that, like, I like, so. Hey, because Adora isn't doing the mock with you anymore, did you ever change up the design or layout a lot of things? Yes, actually. If you go back to, like, episode 1 where I showed the design of the mock, there's a big difference, actually. Like, because for one, like, the whole, I guess, left top corner, basically the idea was the top corner was going to be, like, leaving off to connect to Aiden's part of the mock. and the whole central Capitol building was going to be was going to be in the middle of the mock, and then since he sadly ended his series, I changed it to the Capitol building to the left corner, and I just had no need to have a platform like on the edge of the mock, so it connects to anyone else's. Why is it this one? These one plates keep getting stuck. Yeah, like I said, I have a couple ideas what I want to do for the next mock, but I have nothing like finalized. It's just like a bunch of cool ideas that I feel like would be a cool mock. Because like I have one really cool idea. It's just it's again one of those situations that I'd have the army build a certain type of figure, and it's not that big a deal because I don't think they're too expensive nowadays. But it still takes time to build up an army. Like I've got a decent certain figures. Like I've got like rebels. I've got a ton of Empire stormtroopers. Whether it be like the older style of stormtroopers, like the Rogue One style, or the newer ones. I've actually got a decent amount of the newer version of the stormtrooper. Like I even just got recently a new battle pack of that new battle pack of these stormtroopers. So I've got a decent amount of both of those. For clones, I've got like a lot of the Phase 1 clones, so that's something I can do. I do have a decent army of the First Order, but currently they're in my friend. That's circular mock. Also, I can tell my voice is kind of like I'm kind of losing my voice. I can tell it's getting a bit more raspy. Again, I'm probably gonna go to stream because so far tonight I have to edit a video, I have to film a video, I have to then edit that video, I guess. On top of that, I would like to build on Camino, but the problem is I'm waiting on a couple orders. So I don't know if I'm gonna end up waiting to upload the update on Camino, or if I'm just going to say, just wait till next week. So a lot of my money this week kind of went towards the whole getting parts for the Razor Crest, and the reason why I did that instead of buying parts for Camino is because I really want to get. When you start up collecting parts for a ship, you kind of just want to complete the parts for the ship because, I don't like buying short orders like, oh, well, I still need to make an order of this. So it's just better off to just buy the rest of the parts. Whoa. Some stuff. Like I said, after it gets to a certain point, it's kind of just adding just separating plates from plates, stuff like that. But for those of you guys who are watching, do you guys have any ideas like you would like to see me build? Again, I'll probably do a video on this later on when Camino's like either close to being finished or like 100% finished. So I want to see what you guys think like would be a cool mock. Good. Also, I want to point out that this mock. So today's live stream was actually going to either be a building a Lego set stream or, dismantling Hoth. Originally, I was going to build like the Pisana speeder sets. I think that's what I was going to decide. But then I posted something on Instagram on my story. I was like, should I dismantle Hoth live today? Yes or no? And like a lot of people said yes. So I was like, okay, that's the choice, I guess. Ooh. I'm getting a little tired though. Separating these plates can get very tiresome. Also, if you ever see a comment on a video where it says, if you subscribe to my channel, I will subscribe to yours. Let's say 10 people do that, then that one person gets 10 subscribers and one gets. I was about to say, I'm like, yeah, that's, I don't know, like, that one person, yes, he just gained like roughly 10 subscribers, and then boom. He said he's subscribed. You're only getting that one subscription, so you're not really. The guy's getting paid off more than the person who's being asked to subscribe. Again, I don't really do that anymore because, like, unless it's a person I actually really enjoys content, then I won't subscribe. Like, for instance, if a person's like, oh, well, I do certain videos and I just don't really enjoy it, like, I just don't subscribe. Whereas in, like, oh, this guy actually does, you know, a really cool mock series, or actually like his content, then yeah, I'll definitely subscribe. But I don't do sub for sub anymore. I used to do that when I was still a growing channel, because I was like, oh snap, you know, if I subscribe, this guy said he'd subscribe. In reality, it was like, doesn't really get you far as much as you thought. It is warm in my room. As much as Hoth is cold, I am getting pretty warm. Not gonna lie. I'm getting pretty toasty in here. Okay. Oh, that's the one. Okay. Hey, you know what? That's Impala mock I made about 2 months ago, or months-ish ago. Should I make in-depth video about it? I mean, like, it's always best, in my opinion at least, like, if you do a mock showcase and whatnot, I think that's fine, but, like, if you want to get, like, in full detail of, like, how long it took you to build, or, for instance, like, how, you know, whether how long it took, or how much it costed, or how many parts are in it, then yeah, I feel like going in depth is pretty nice. Plus, it gets give your viewers like, oh, you know, information that they previously did not know. By the time I finish with all of Hoth, dismantling Hoth, I'm going to have a ton of tiles, and I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I also want to quickly point out that, like, after Camino is showcased at Chicago and Virginia, I'm probably going to go straight to dismantling it. Like, I'm probably going to wait, like, maybe a week after Virginia before I actually start dismantling it, but honestly, I'm probably going to start dismantling it soon. Because it's got some important parts in that mock. Plus, I don't want to wait as long as I did with Hoth. I probably should have started dismantling Hoth a lot sooner. It was just more of like, you know, didn't have the space, and first mock, didn't really want to dismantle it. But now I realize, you know, part of the journey is the end. And you gotta get to it. Oh my goodness. So freaking close. Yeah, if these live streams actually continue to do well, I may just continue live stream dismantling Hoth. I haven't decided that yet though, because like I said, I prefer to dismantle Hoth when I have like friends over. That way I can you know, I can enjoy doing it with friends, as well as it goes a lot quicker. Like I did it with when we were dismantling the mountains. I had like a friend over, and he and I got through that like in one night. So and that was both portions as well. So that was pretty nice. And Palomach is favorite favorite show, Supernatural. So that's why I want to do a in-depth video. And yeah, like certain things like that, it's definitely, especially if you're really proud of of Mach or something like that, it's definitely nice to kind of go in depth, especially if you still have a build. So bringing it to Chicago with, which by the way, the make color is black, and I want to make it stand out because Chicago has black tables. Cloth, what should I do to make it stand out? I'm assuming you're meaning like the main color is black, then I mean you could build like a lighter border around it to kind of make it pop or just stand out or whatnot. Like you could have, whoops, you can either have it have like a white border or I guess like white platform. Hey, it's the rich boy Jay himself. What is up, my friend? As you can see, the mock is coming to a close. Hoth is being dismantled. I'm basically halfway through a base plate, so as you know, you must let the past die. Kill it if you must. What's going on, my man? How's your day going? Also, I saw your video earlier about the whole people using your not icon, but your profile pic. I think that's hilarious, seeing like a bunch of people who may not even know who you are and what you do. I think it's hilarious that like they just have your profile as theirs. I still have a ton of tiles too from Remove of Crate. Yeah, like it's pretty insane. Like I don't know what I'm gonna do with all these tiles or plates and stuff like that. I don't want to sell them because I can always use them for filler, but I have no idea what I'm gonna do with them. Yeah, the profile pic thing is hilarious. I want to find out how people. I just want to know why and how people figured that out. Like, oh, this random profile picture, yoink! Like, it's not even like of a Star Wars character. It's just of the boy though. I think that's hilarious in my opinion. Made an account for Chicago. Sweet. Like I said, Chicago is gonna be a fun time this year. A bunch of awesome people going, as well as there's gonna be some awesome creations this year, in my opinion. Camino. Okay, you didn't hear me that. But yeah. Oh wait, it's a car and it's in the show. They drive on a lot of country roads, so maybe I can make a country road for the rest of. Yeah, like anything that like would make it pop out a bit more. Like I think it would look nice because like if it's like mostly black and you said that the cloths are black, you want to make it pop out a bit more. Then that way it doesn't get lost in the actual not really carpet, but drape. I saw my new Insta account as a recommended in your Insta story, Jay. Oh snap! Yeah, I just can't get over it. Like I woke up and that was like one of the first videos in my recommended. I was like, what in the world? And then I saw all the people as Jalen, and I've seen like a couple people on Instagram that have had your logo, or not logo, your profile. I keep saying logo. So I think it's hilarious. Shout out to all the white bricks that are in this mock that made Hoth look so nice. I'm not gonna lie, I really, as much as like I wish I would have done a really like texture border or whatnot on Hoth, I feel like the white border that was on it was like really nice. Yeah. At least in my opinion, I felt like the white border just looked a lot nicer than if I would have made a texture border. I guess in my opinion, it looked a lot cleaner. So, question for the chat. So, I stated this earlier. So, I've been trying to think of what I'm doing next for the mock. Not for Camino, but for my next mock. I haven't really decided. I know a lot of people have already figured out what they're doing next after they finish their current mock. But I have like no idea what I'm doing next. I have a few ideas, but I want to see what you guys think and what like ideas you guys would love to see, or would like to see at least, me build in the near future. So you changed it to like episode 7, episode 8. It was like, okay, so DMK, it was like his first, it was either his first or second video after the events of Rise of Skywalker. But yeah, I just can't get over that, because like I was expecting his normal intro, and then I'm a guy who likes the prequels, but it came out, who likes episode 7 and episode 8, and then goes back to the regular song. It's just like, what? So that was definitely a pretty funny shocker there. And actually, we were coming super close to my goal. My goal was to get this half of the Camino Mach. Hold on. Okay, sorry. I had to answer someone. What was I gonna say? Crap, I cannot remember what I was saying. Anywho, I decided to go ahead and put my first order army together. I didn't realize how small it was. This calls for reinforcements. My first order army is very small. Like, I've actually built now I want to point out that my first order army is actually on vacation. It is visiting Starkiller Base in Texas. So Jalen is having a good old time with those figures. But I've actually been building up my first order army again. Like, he has my like full on army and like the big portion of the first order troopers. But since then, I've actually been building up my building it up again, because I think since I had like 9 or 10 of the plain stormtroopers, which doesn't seem like that much, but like I never really army build them, and now I think I've got like 5 or 6 more to add to it. So again, my big army is the clone army, so that's the army I'm proud of. There's a little bit more. It's just a bit more plate working, because like this is where the half point ends. So again, after I hit that half point, I'm probably gonna call the stream quits, because you know I'm a little tired. But on top of that, I think that'll make a good stream. And I want to go eat something, get some more refreshments, and again, I kind of have to. I've got 2 videos I need to film. That's right. So, I've got some stuff I still need to finish before I end my night. I can find another Elite Praetorian Guard battle pack, since they're currently retired things to Lego. Are they really retired? I swear. Like, my Walmart had a few more, like, at my store there, like, last week. So, I don't know if they were fully retired or not, but I'll probably just pick up one, because, like, you know, I don't need a Praetorian Guard army. How many Phase 2 501st troops do you have? Surprisingly, I only have 1. Well, to be also surprisingly, I only have 1 as well. I only got the 501st ATRT Walker when it first came out, and that is the only 501st clone I have. I guess you could technically count my Captain Rex and my 5's custom figures, but other than that, like, I've only got 1. And honestly, I don't plan on buying more, just because I have no plans to do anything with the 501st. Plus, they are really expensive. So, thanks. I think the winter wave of 2019 is retired, because both being AT-AP, Public Walker, and Droid Gunship are retired. Okay. I meant to buy the. I seriously meant to buy the AT-AP Walker before it retired. I was wanting to get it because I was like, you know, this vehicle actually looks pretty nice, but never got to it. I had bigger and better vehicles to deal with. Not to say the other vehicle, the those vehicles were bad, but like I had money going to other vehicles and such. I still currently like. So like lately, I've been trying to knock out like a bunch of my vehicles that I have been having on like my backlog that I've been needing to build that I just haven't, and I still have a ton left over. I've got the TIE Interceptor, the regular TIE Fighter from Jarek. I've got the other Vulture droid in Tan. I have Marty's Trident class droid ship. I have to build that for Camino, and I would like to do that soon. And a few other vehicles. So, I'm slowly getting there. What's up, David? Are you ready for D&D Wednesday? I want to buy the droid gunship once I had enough money, but now I'm very upset the Lego for retiring the Winter Wave. I mean, you could probably go on eBay or maybe even Amazon. They probably still have it. For my 212th, I have 2 normal Phase 2 clones, or 2 troops. I also have the 8 212th Airborne Troopers. Last year at Chicago, John, a.k.a. the Jet. Yeah, I remember. Jay, the Doctor, had 6 Airborne, and I bought all of them. That's why I have more Airborne. For the 212 troops, I've got like... trying to remember. So I think I've got like 6 or 7 of these standard Phase 2 212 clones, and I think I've got like 3 or 4 of the airborne ones. I bought like a couple battle packs, and then I bought like the rest off of eBay. Yes, D&D. D&D is going to be fun Wednesday. So we still need to figure out if we're doing the one-off thing or if we're going to do the Daniel's dungeon. Is there a vehicle mock that you would want to build the most sometime, like the new ISD from Act 2 Impaired, for example? There are a couple vehicles that I would like to get. Again, I'm slowly kind of working my way through the ones I already have, because I have like a ton of instructions for vehicles, and it's just like I can't really buy more. I don't want to buy more and then realize, oh snap, you know, I've got all these more. So there is a couple though. I want to get the instructions for the Jedi Interceptors, like on Brickball.toys. I really love the way those look. Kind of want to get the Rebel X-Wing. I think that looks fantastic. I would like, eventually, David, I would like to get the instructions for your ATTE. But the problem is, like, I just have no, again, for a lot of these vehicles, it's just I don't really have any use for them currently, so until I actually need an ATTE, so that's probably when I'll eventually get it. And for the instance, the new ISD custom design, I will not be buying that. Like, if I really want to get a Star Destroyer, I'll probably just buy the UCS one. As much as I think it looks nice, it's just, there's no need in my opinion. Probably Daniels, okay. So I'll be able to use my Thor character, which is pretty nice. I can finally run the whole, using the Bifrost and whatnot. Need to find my instructions for the First Order Trooper Battle Pack for the 2016 so I can finish the speeder. Okay, so you're talking about the, that First Order Trooper one with the, blue, I think it's the blue officer. Looking on Amazon right now, and it seems like they're out of droid gunships. Oof. That stinks. Yeah, just try to keep an eye out, maybe on, I don't know if Lego.com would have it, but, like, keep an eye out for on Amazon or on eBay or something like that. See if you can find a good deal. I don't think they'd be too expensive on eBay or anything like that. I feel like out of everything, that'd be the cheaper thing. So freaking close. Again, like I said, the biggest thing that would take... What in the world? Oh, yeah, that's right. Like I said, the biggest thing that would probably take the longest time is these plates that had, like, all the tiles and stuff. That's probably the thing that takes the longest. The rest of it is just, like, separating bricks. What's up, Kappa Bricks? David House, explore instructions able to be followed. Do you have reference pictures or something I can look at to see if I'm confusing, assuming it's not though? For the most part, it seems like his instructions are pretty clear. Like, Matt's told me they're really easy to follow. Again, you've got some really awesome designs. I would love to get that ATTE design, as well as I would love, like, eventually I would like to get the dropship design. It just looks fantastic. It just depends on, like, when. I guess what you could say is usually when I build the most vehicles, and like when I'm not doing a build series. What's up, Captain Lego Star Wars? Have you seen HD Brick System Scale Falcon? I'm gonna get it. Yes, I have seen it. Noah has shown. I keep in so fun. I guess really not really fun fact, but like something. Noah and I keep in touch quite often. He actually sent me a bunch of studs a little over a week ago. So he and I are pretty good friends. How's your day, Hunter? My day is going pretty great. So far, today is my day off of work, so I get to enjoy that. I got one video filmed today. I've got 2 more to do, and then I have to edit. So, for the most part, pretty good. I can't really complain about today. How's your day going? I try to make them as simple to follow as possible, so I think even non-hard LEGO builders can follow them relatively easily. Thanks, guys. Yeah. Like I said, David, after I get, like, not really sort through, but like get to the point where I don't really have many Lego vehicles to build, I'll probably get to that ATTE. I like your gunship, but the problem is, like, I've already got 2 Republic gunships, and I just don't feel the need to build any more gunships. I wish I had the money to get some Brick Vault stuff. I'm really thinking of getting the AAT or the ATRT. Yeah, the ATRT looks pretty nice. Especially, like, Matt's been showcasing it on an Axis. That thing looks pretty dope. The number one thing on currently that I would like to get really quick. Crud. My phone's dying. There we go. The thing I probably want to get most currently from Brick Vault is the Jedi Interceptor pack, which has got like the Obi-Wan Kenobi one and the Anakin Skywalker. Those things just look fantastic. I've really been debating on getting it soon, but good job. When are you starting on the big Camino building? Hopefully soon. I've been kind of putting that off because I'm still, like, I legit don't really know how I'm gonna do it just yet, and I stated this a couple times, so I'm still trying to figure out, so I've been kind of putting it off. On top of that, I kind of want to finish the outside structures first. That way I'm not kind of jumping back and forth. So, like, I want to get the, like, final pillars built, the final platform or whatnot, as well as maybe a little bit more water done before I actually start on the Capitol building, so I don't have to worry about it. But I'll probably be starting it pretty soon. Probably going to start talking. Probably going to talk to a couple of people to see if they can help me out with certain things on that. Amazing. Have you ever made a set modified? If so, what sets or sets? Oh, if I've ever modified a set, basically I don't think I have, really. Like, I'll point it out right now that I have taken parts off of sets. I don't think I particularly... Okay, I need to get a better brick separator. That one's starting to wear out. I don't really think I've actually modified one to the point that, you know, it makes a much of a difference. Yeah, David, you did. Oh, yeah. But why would you put pieces in the ATRT I don't have? I can make it myself. Being fair, there, like, smaller builds, what I usually do when I get instructions, I always go through the part list and like go through my collection to see if I have enough parts to do it. And there's always like one or two pieces missing, and I'm like, really? I think my gun is in need of dislike my gunships that I have, then I probably won't be building one anytime soon. Are you getting custom ARC troopers? I kind of want to. I don't know. I don't know if I should answer yes or no to this because there are some things in the works. So I don't. How do I call myself? I really don't want. I don't want to state anything that like I probably shouldn't, because hopefully in the next couple weeks I've been in talk to him, so there may be some special things going on. Maybe you'll see some awesome figures coming soon. But I can't say just yet. Thomas Jenkins, some amazing Brick Vault ships as well. I hope the snail droid gets picked up by Brick Vaults sometime. Honestly, like, as seen, if a custom builder has multiple builds on there and does a fantastic design, I assume they'll probably just continue to buy instructions from him. For your case, of course, because you did the ATTE, the gunship, the dropship, the ATRT and whatnot, I think you'll probably get the other ones in the chat for the soft cape. Oh, the soft cape. What are personal thoughts on the Clone Army Custom Phase 2 helmets? I'm honestly one of those people who are like, they're not terrible. I think, honestly, I think the Lego Phase 2 Clone Trooper helmets are like perfect and ideal, but I don't think they're too bad. Like, I think they look fine next to the Legos. I don't think they're that bad. That AT-AT looks dope. Where's the other one? So of course that is, I mentioned this earlier, that's Jay's AT-AT, or Jay's design. It's my walker, but the other one, for those who know, for Hoth I actually had two walkers. That one's built, and the other one is currently dismantled in chunks and buckets. They're not broken, like the part, it's not missing any parts, it's not like broken down or anything like that. It's just the actual thing is just, you know, put away because of the fact I don't really have space for the second one. I'd like to eventually get enough space where I can have both the walkers put together side by side, because I spent a decent amount of money on both of them, and I'd prefer to have both of them fully built so I can see both of them. Because, you know, I don't like spending money on things and then, you know, whether not ever using them, never seeing them, or just in general, like having it, but, you know, they're not built. That's why I put together that first one, because I was like, you know, I've got two of these walkers, both of them are dismantled. You know, I want to see them built because I spent decent money on it, and it's a fantastic vehicle. So I actually got some nice shells for Christmas. I need to set them up, and I just need to figure out a place where I'm gonna put them. I don't know if I'm gonna put them on like the back wall where Camino is, or on a different one. But whenever I do decide which wall it's gonna go on, I'm probably gonna put my like custom vehicles on there. So I'll probably have the AT-AT, the TIE vehicles I have, the snow speeders and whatnot, all the like custom vehicles I have, probably alongside the row. So that's how I'd like it, and I need to do it soon because of the fact that that space is going to be occupied for a upcoming series that I'm actually really excited for. I finally have everything I need for it, so that's going to be fun. At Chicago, I bought 7 things at the CAC booth, and I was actually wearing one of their shirts, so Tyler gave me a discount just because I was wearing a CAC shirt. I mean, that's pretty cool. Like, this past this past Brickville Chicago, I bought like, I can't remember if I actually bought any clones, but I bought like a bunch of guns and stuff like that. Like I bought like 25 clone blasters. So As well as I do have that Clone Army custom shirt that I got like a year or two ago. So I ended up delaying my Scarif mock showcase because I'm ordering Inther's X-Wing for my next mock, so I thought I might as well wait on the showcase. Okay, like that's explainable. That's explainable. Like if you're, it's better to just, especially if you want to make the mock even better. It's fine to delay it. Honestly, like that's what I've always said. Like if I'm not happy with a certain update, then I'll just, as bad as it sounds, I'll just delay it because I feel like for instance, whenever I have an update ready to go and all I've done is like made water, I just skip that week because, you know, in my opinion, you know, that's not something that's exciting and not something I can make a whole video on. And I feel, you know, I don't feel bad for delaying it because I'd rather delay it, do something pretty cool, and have the people enjoy what I'm doing than have you guys watch another filler episode. But Inther's X-Wing is a fantastic ship. A little, not really unstable, but like a little, what's the word? Like, it isn't the most, I guess stable would probably be the best. I don't know. I think it's a great model. I wanted to use it for Hoth. I never did, which is kind of sad. But it was a fantastic vehicle. I think the ship is great. Though, sadly, I ended up dismantling my Inther X-Wing. Honestly, I would like to rebuild it, but I'm probably just going to buy the instructions from Brick Vault and just build that X-Wing. That way I can actually just straight up buy the parts, because going through my collection, you know, is not fun. It is my dream to come to the convention in the US sometime, but it's so expensive for me. I understand. I was talking to Luca was on here a little bit ago, First Order Lego. He was on here a little bit. I asked him if he was coming to Chicago this year, because I know he went last year. And he said he wasn't able to because, like, you know, it's expensive, which is understandable. Like, you know, going to a convention out of state is, you know, so hopefully applying for Empire Lux, so I need the video done before the end of the month. Yeah, like, something that's always nice is, like, after, especially when you're trying to join, not really Empire Lug, but when you're trying to apply for something, it's always best to have like a good mock finished, or in general like something to showcase. That way I can say, hey, you know, this is what I did recently, you know, I'm active and stuff. Probably the best option to go for. And that, at least in my opinion, like at the time when I was trying to get an Empire Lug, I was still working on Camino, Hoth, and you know, it was kind of hard because it was like, you know, I don't really have any bigger models than this. I ordered all the pieces for Inther's U-Wing about halfway through summer. In total, I only worked on it for like 30 minutes. It's like 2,600 pieces, so that's a rip. Yeah, Inther's U-Wing looks fantastic, and I've heard only great things about it. But I've heard some really tricky designs and stuff like that went into it. Because Inther has some pretty crazy techniques, I'm not gonna lie. Got to go. I have somewhere to be tonight. Great stream. I will be making the 2nd anniversary video. Then when I get back, get a great stream. Peace out, Ace Gamer. Can't wait. I'll definitely be on the lookout for the anniversary video, and I appreciate you stopping by. See ya, Hunter. I gotta go. Good. Peace out, Kappa Bricks. Thanks for stopping by as well. Actually, we're about to end the stream anyways because the base plate is finished. I'm kind of just, you know, taking apart the bricks, so we're about to end the stream anyways. So I appreciate you guys stopping by and saying hi. I would need to book a flight from Germany and get a hotel room. Rip. Yeah, don't worry, man. Like, it's understandable. Like, it is not cheap, so like no one's gonna say, oh, you could have made it. In reality, it's like not really, because you know, price wise. His instructions were confusing. He doesn't really show it step by step. He shows 2 steps and then the completed part of that area. Yeah, Anther's got some interesting building techniques that are definitely confusing. Like, I can agree. That, I know that, for instance, for when I was building the X-Wing, I was not having a good time because I had to continuously go back and forth like, wait a minute, I missed something. And in reality, no, I didn't. It's just he did 2 steps ahead. So, anywho, with that being said, I'm going to take that off real quick. We have a completed base plate. This is completely empty. It will be added to my non-usage base plates currently. Actually, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Seven base plates that are not in use. So, pretty nice. Well, anyways, all I have left is this base plate right here with the snow speeder. This is what it's looking like currently. I'll do that off camera. And yeah, I think that's going to be it. Hope you all enjoyed today's live stream. Thank you all for stopping by, saying hi, and enjoying the live stream. So, again, yes, Noah is an Empire Lug. He's one of the high command members. So, yeah, honestly, if you really wanted to contact Noah or H2 Bricks on Instagram, he could probably help you out. Because he is a member of Empire Lug. So, well, again, I hope you all enjoyed the stream. Definitely smash that like button if you enjoyed. And yeah, I'll see you guys later, and I'll see you guys in the next stream. Bye-bye.